Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, how about some advice from a banker? And no, don't switch off, because it's pretty breathtaking advice and words you might think you'd never pass the lips of a banker. The advice has come from the head of one of Britain's biggest high street banking groups, the Royal Bank of Scotland, a bank the British taxpayer still has a major stake in. Its chief executive was speaking to News at 10 in the wake of RBS posting a £2 billion loss for the first half of the year and after yesterday's cut in interest rates. And his advice was this: don't save, at least don't save with a bank if you want your nest egg to grow.
That's why I got a deposit account, and I get paid interest.
Oh, those were the days. Top Cat on the telly and RBS courting savers. Back then, they could still expect a 7% return. Today, with record low interest rates, savers are hard-pressed to make a tenth of that. Still, I didn't expect the head of RBS to say this to his customers.
My advice to savers is get some good advice from financial professionals as to where they should be putting their money.
So should we not be just leaving our savings in an RBS deposit account?
Well, some people actually are motivated by quite different things than they want security, and they want to know that their money is there, the interest rate's not so important.
So you're saying take the money out or keep the money in?
No, I'm saying to them, get really good advice as to where they should be having their money, because there are other alternatives.
RBS, which is part taxpayer-owned, has lost £50 billion over the past 8 years. So you might have thought the man in charge would have tried harder to sell his bank's services. But maybe he was just being honest.
Simone Clark banks with RBS. She's 25 and trying to save.
The percentage that you earn is so small that I could put it in a piggy bank and, you know, I won't earn anything, but the interest is so little anyway, it makes no difference.
Imagine you're a saver and had a spare £3,500. Investing that in an easy access cash savings account with an average current rate of 0.55% would earn you a measly £19 a year. Compare that to an easy access cash ISA with an average return of 0.94%. That gets you £33 in annual interest. You can't predict stock market movements, but over 10 years, the average annual return for a typical UK stocks and shares ISA has been 5.5% a year, netting £192.50 in interest. But are the alternatives safe?
The danger from having interest rates too low for too long is that people get out of the savings habit, they can't make their return from any return from saving, and they're forced into financial speculation and gambling too much on the stock market, or gambling too much or expecting too much from property.
Everyone has their own appetite for risk, but when the head of RBS makes a warning like this, is this the first step to banks closing their doors to savers? Narina Hertz, News at 10.
Words you think you'd never hear from a banker.
I've been getting away with it all.